Well, Sam, I asked that very same question to the producer of a very successful Polish film called Cold War. Now, if you're not familiar with that film, it's a contender for an Oscar next year in the Best Foreign Language Film category. And it recently won 5 awards at the European Film Awards. And the producer has been here at this festival talking about why the focus is on Poland. And I asked her that question. And she was saying to me, it's because of films like Cold War doing so well, raising the profile of the country. But it's not just films like Cold War doing well, and animation, a Polish animation also won a European Film Award as well recently at that same award ceremony. But it's not just these films raising the profile. She was saying to me as well, there's also incentives to bring in producers to want to co-produce with Poland. For example, they're introducing next year a 30% cash rebate. That's on independent productions, and that's an awful lot of money if you're an independent filmmaker.
And Angela, alongside of the obvious film screenings, the festival has also developed what they call an industry village, which aims to bring together European film talent. How exactly does that work?
That's right, Sam. Well, the industry village is something that organisers here are really very proud of. There's been a lot of notable success stories that have come out of the industry village that have been discovered here. One of them being a film called Son of Soul, which is a Hungarian film that went on to win an Oscar. And they're hoping that more emerging film talent can be discovered at the industry village. Because what it is, effectively, is it's a platform where new producers, directors, known and unknown, come together here in Les Arcs to showcase their films. And there's films that are in post-production, there's films that are just concept at the moment, and there's more than 500 industry professionals here, and that's sales agents, directors, investors looking to attach themselves to new projects. So these new films are being showcased, and at the same time, these investors are looking to attach themselves to these new films. So it's a great place to be if you're looking to get some funding for a film.
And Angela, of course, Brexit not far away. Lots of concerns raised at some of the presentations there. How worried are filmmakers about the industry being affected by Britain leaving the EU?
Well, actually, that's a massive concern here. From the producers that I've spoken to, and I had a good chat with one British film producer who had her film shortlisted, and she's working on a production with a Russian director, and they were saying to me that they've been doing one-to-one pitches this week, speaking to different potential co-producers from other European countries. And they said that there's definitely a reluctance to work with them, to push ahead, purely based on the fact that they don't know what's happening after Brexit. And the reason why these co-partnerships, these co-productions are so important is because they only have access to public money in the country that they're from to make their films. So, for example, if they work with a producer in Germany, then they have access to public money in Germany. So it pulls together the funds to make a bigger production. So, of course, Brexit is a massive stumbling block if you're an independent film producer wanting to get more money to produce a bigger film.